Strap yourself in because I've got three massive Celtic stories for you today. Brendan Rodgers being told to pull a Jurgen Klopp, Ange Postecoglou shutting down a reporter in classic style, and the big one, a transfer scandal that could cost us millions. You don't want to miss this, especially the last story. It's the most explosive of the lot. Stick with me right to the end. Massive thanks to you for helping us smash 500 subscribers, but that's just the start. With more than 2,000 views on every story, if you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. Right, let's cut through the noise here. You've got Chris Sutton banging the drum, saying Brendan Rodgers needs to come out and settle this once and for all. Is he staying? Is he going? Or is he just stringing folk along while the boards sit in the shadows? Look, Sutton's comparison with Klopp is fair enough. Klopp told Liverpool he was off, and it was emotional, but at least they knew what was happening and could plan for it. That's the point. Celtic can't afford to stumble through a whole season with this cloud hanging over paradise. It's like playing in a Glasgow storm with no idea when the lightning's going to hit. Rodgers has already said there's no chance he's leaving this season, but come on, when you've got whispers about fallouts with the board, failed transfer promises, and folk inside accusing him of trying to engineer an exit, well, it just smells of chaos, doesn't it? And you and I both know the mainstream media lap it up, hoping to see cracks at Celtic while their pals across the city are already drowning in their own tears on Sucky Hall Street. And the truth is, uncertainty kills momentum. You've got the support already raging at the board, protests outside, banners flying, and now they're meant to sit there in the dark, wondering if Brendan's even sticking around. That's not how a club our size should be run. For me, Rodgers is still the man to lead us, but the board need to stop playing silly games. Either back him fully or be honest about what the plan is, because if you let doubt fester, it's like giving the Rangers a lifeline, and we can't have that. So here's what I'd ask you, do you actually want Brendan Rodgers to come out now and tell you if he's staying long-term, even if it means admitting he might walk at the end of the season? Or would you rather he kept it quiet and just focused on winning trophies, letting the rest of it sort itself out? Want me to make that last bit sound like a proper bombshell question for your video on tweet? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's guy it loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. Big Ange never misses a beat, does he? The man walks into Nottingham Forest first presser, and some reporter tries to drag him down the old second season promise nonsense from Spurs, and Ange, cool as ever, fires back with a reminder he won a double in his very first year at Celtic. That's right, mate. Paradise was where he stamped his authority straight away, and he's not letting anyone forget it. You've got to love that about him. Ange has managed everywhere, Australia, Japan, even with the Socceroos, but when he wants to set the record straight, it's Celtic he pulls out as his example. Because those 2 years at Parkhead weren't just about trophies, they were about building something special. You and I both saw it. The football, the connection, the way he lifted the place when it felt flat. Now he's off at Forest, talking about bringing joy like Brian Clough once did. That's a big statement, but Ange has never been afraid of setting the bar high. And I'll be honest with you, it still makes me smile that when he's poked at by the press, his first instinct is to defend his Celtic achievements. Shows you how much those years meant, not just to us, but to him as well. Meanwhile, across the city, the lot in blue can't even keep a manager for 5 minutes without the walls caving in. Ange goes into England and gets hailed as a visionary, while they're left clinging to excuses like the rain on Zucky Hall Street? So here's my question for you. Do you think Ange Postecoglou still sees Celtic as the place that truly made his reputation in Europe? Or was Parkhead just another stop on his way to the Premier League spotlight? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jar it. Loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Right, here we go again with this shambles of a transfer window. So we've gone and splashed over 5.5 million quid on Sebastian Tounekti, a Tunisian winger from Hammarby, when by all accounts his real value was closer to 3 million. That's a 2 million overpayment straight out the gate. Money we could have used to strengthen the squad properly instead of gambling on a lad championship clubs down south didn't even fancy at that price. And here's the kicker. Brendan Rodgers has been screaming for a revamp all summer, saying we needed reinforcements, quality and proper planning. Instead, we've had a window full of panic moves. Nicholas Kuhn off to Como with no real replacement. Adam Eder away to Swansea after the gaffer said he wouldn't leave without cover. Kyogo's future still dangling like washing in a Glasgow storm. And Dyson himself was halfway out the door to Germany before the club blocked it because, shock horror, they hadn't planned ahead. It's pure chaos, isn't it? One step forward, 2 steps back. You'd think after years of this carry-on, the board would have learned their lesson, but no. Same story, different year. And now, Tounekti's price tag is hanging over him before he's even kicked a ball in paradise. That's not fair on the player, that's on the board. Meanwhile, you've got the lot across the road laughing at us, but let's be honest, they've not exactly been shining either. Still, it's embarrassing when the biggest talking point of our window is whether we've overpaid millions for a winger we weren't even chasing until the 11th hour. So let me ask you this, do you reckon Tounekti will prove his worth and make us forget about the 2 million overpayment? Or has the board once again mugged us off with another panic buy? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jay it loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts.